More often than not, social justice politics are a boondoggle. They're a grift, they're a scam. There's some way for somebody out there to take advantage of your conscience, to make a quick buck, or to raise some power. Now, this is most obvious with things like black economic empowerment, BEE, here in South Africa, or even with feminism, wherein entire industries, fields of study, and organizations are built around the fact, the idea, the assumption that this oppression exists. And if the oppression were to cease to exist, then so would these industries, these fields of study, and these organizations, and everybody within them would lose their jobs. So you can see how organizations and movements supposedly dedicated to liberty actually inhibit liberty. It's not in their best interests to ever achieve liberty. And in this way, whether they know it or not, and whether they like it or not, activists are often responsible for paving the path to authoritarianism. Because what they do when they protest is that they highlight for those in power which strings need to be pulled to make the puppet dance. And that kind of brings us to the actual topic of this little unscripted rant, which is the, behold the decolonization of Port Elizabeth. It's such obvious nonsense, and to be honest, most of the country is probably going to continue to call it Port Elizabeth or PE. But it just happened, and it fits so neatly in with my recent screeds on social justice, so I had to take a couple moments to talk about it. Now, I understand that the new name, Gqeberha, was chosen along with a draft of other name changes in the area to better reflect the original Khoi and San inhabitants of the land, and local activists were pushing for it as restorative justice, as they put it. Wokeness by any other name, right? But the thing is, shit like this is expensive, and ultimately who wins? The only people who will materially benefit from this will be the BEE-compliant contractors, probably linked to members of the ANC, and Nathi Ntetwa, the minister who'll get kickbacks for hiring them. I'm not even saying that I disagree with changing the name necessarily, but like most South Africans, I can see about 1,000 other places that money could be better spent before we should even start worrying about renaming places. God save us from the sentimentality of social justice warriors. Anyway, this was just a quick rant. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I will catch up to you soon. Cheers.
Port Elizabeth, Gqeberha. I don't even know what the meaning of that.
I think you pronounce the new name of Port Elizabeth as follows. Gqeberha. Ish Gqeberha.
Gqeberha.
I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but I think it's Gqeberha. Gqeberha. Yeah. Gqeberha.